How's it going, everyone, and welcome to this video. We're out here, it's night time, but I wanted to talk in today's video about what to do if you're going bald but you've still got quite a lot of hair left. You've got real indecision of whether or not you should shave it off. You should, you shouldn't, you just don't know what to do. I really think the advice in this video is going to be able to help you out. I think one of the reasons why, when you're losing your hair, when you first hit, right, when we first start losing our hair, you first find out, you really feel out of control, right? You feel helpless, you don't know what to do about it. It's often quite a sort of panicky situation. And I think one of the biggest reasons for that is because, like I said, it's out of your control. You feel for the first time this is something that's happening to you. 9 times out of 10, it's happening, out of the blue. You've discovered it for the first time out of nowhere. But as you're going to see in a minute, sometimes just realizing that actually you do have control of the situation is enough to help put that fear aside and help you carry on with your hair, with the current situation, and it's going to allow you to deal with that whole hair loss situation a lot more calmly. Guys, I want you to check out a recent conversation I had with a guy who got in touch. He wasn't sure what to do. Should he shave it off? Shouldn't he? He was looking for some advice. I want you to listen to his situation, and we'll talk more about the advice I gave him and how that same advice might just be able to help you out too.
The big kind of shift was between first and second year uni. First year, I didn't think about it at all. It wasn't a thing. All day, every day, it would never cross my mind. Going into second year, I had this thing where I would wear a cap to lectures.
Right.
And it was very sudden, going from not being in my head whatsoever, I was losing my hair, to I had to wear a cap. It was such a prominent thing in my mind. And as I say, it went really fast from not caring whatsoever, not being a thing, to I literally, if someone took my cap off, I'd be like, oh my God, my life would like melt. From certain angles, you just can't tell whatsoever. I don't think it's thinning. It's mostly just going back. Once you have the thought in your head, you're never getting back to the point where you didn't have in your head.
Yeah.
And I think that's been the main driver. Even like in the last couple of hours before we've come on, I've been thinking, well, it's not that bad. But that phrase in itself, it just tells the story. Yeah. When I say to people, express my concern about it, they say I never noticed. That fucks with me as well a wee bit, because you think, well, is there really nothing to worry about? But
yeah,
I've worried about it for about 3 years now, so there is.
Yeah.
And as I said earlier, it's not going to go away.
In your situation, I think I've mentioned it before as well. Maybe it's just now that you've like warmed up to it, and you know that at any point
I can do it.
You have the option to just do that. It's like giving you that reassurance.
Yeah, I feel better about my hair now. It's really weird. I think it has been the warming up to just taking it off and knowing I could do it and I do have the ball has made me feel better about what I've got. It's a strange paradox.
To the guys who then kind of, they think it's going, they know it's going, but they've still got loads of hair left, and they're really worrying about it. It's like, listen to the advice you put out, and like Alicia just said, the fact that you can take that step at any point. And then just be safe in that knowledge, be safe in that knowledge, because we both know that, when should you shave your head? It's not about how much hair you've got left,
Yeah, that's that. I kind of wish in a weird way that it was going faster, or say it was going at the crown or thinning.
So you could have a definite.
Absolutely, and people would notice, and they wouldn't be confused as to why I was doing this.
I mean, really, you've got 3 options, right? Or we got 4 options. You could, keep going how it is.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Just recently you're going into the other option, which would be, you don't shave it off, but you focus more on knowing that you could, right? Mm-hmm. And you see how you go with that, and just maybe you even buy a set of hair clippers and you just put them on your desk, and it's just there as a constant reminder that, anytime you maybe like it's raining outside or whatever, and you think, oh, I've got loads to do today, I'm worrying about this, you could be like, hey, I don't need to waste my time worrying about it, because at any point I could just get it off, right, and crack on,
That's what's bugging me just now, because as I say, I'm going through a phase of not feeling too bad, so I'm worried that if I still feel like this when I do shave it, it will be like, oh, because you get the shock of it looking so different.
Yeah.
And I'm worried that I will want to go back. But as I say, I think this phase will pass of feeling, relatively confident about it.
Yeah, I think just see how you go. Like you've got two.
Exactly.
You've got two like times, right, coming up in the next year when it would be a decent time to do it. I don't, in all honesty, I don't think there's never like a perfect time. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I pulled the trigger when I had like a particularly bad day, admittedly,
Yes.
which is that's pretty a given in a sense that I'm not going to do it when I felt great about it,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, actually, it's all right. Let's go shave it off,
Well, that's exactly the case, and I think it's really good to hear there's no time pressure.
No.
That's nice to hear, so that I don't feel like, that there's a deadline for this.
No, absolutely not. There's it's all about how you feel, as we mentioned before, and like you said. It may be the case now that you go on, like from this conversation, you just know, like, oh, after realizing that actually I did have control over it, and the future of like you and the hair loss or whatever is not like I need to use all these crazy products, I need to hide from it, I need to, I can't let anyone know. For you, it might develop in the sense that later on down the line, you could say to people that are close to you, be like, dude, I've like, you could say, like, the last few years, I've been worrying so much about this. I found this page, I had a chat with Harry, right, this guy from Bold Cafe, and then it kind of made me realize, like, yeah, it's happening, but I don't need to let this like really affect me, because at any point I can just buzz it off and crack on, and not worry about it. And even like this, then that step of being open about it and talking to more people, not hiding from it and just putting it out there, so that like it's almost like you're in that vulnerable state, so that no one can say like, oh, hi, you look like a dick, your hairline's receding, like you're 40 years old but you're 20, because you've offered that information, you've put it out there, you're not hiding away from it. And we both know, like, people, I'm assuming no one's ever talked shit to you about it, because you said that like no one's ever noticed, right? But
unless it's like one of my mates trying to get back at me with a
because he knows that's something you worry about, so he knows he can push that button,
Sure.
But that's coincidentally that's why shaving it works really well, because a guy could be like, you're bald, and you're like, yeah, I am. There's no, or people are like, oh, why did you shave it off? And you're like, I was losing my hair, it felt pretty shit, so now I just rock the bald head and it's sweet. There's no more to that conversation. They can't pick at you, they can't make you feel insecure about it, because the way you describe it and you're honest about it, that you show that it's not an insecurity.
Yes.
And people only shit talk or what they think is going to be an insecurity for you. Yeah. It's the only time people talk shit, and that's a fact, So, it could develop in a lot of ways, but
we'll see. It could be the case. It could be the case whereby I just after this chat I go, yeah, I'm more secure with it, and I keep rocking the hair for a while, and the shaved head comes, I don't know, 2 years down the line, say when I get my degree. I don't know, we'll have to see.
Guys, the whole aim of this hair loss stuff, right, how to deal with it, is to get to that point where you are 100% comfortable with it, okay? You're not worrying about the hair loss, you are completely comfortable in the hair situation and in yourself. Now for me, that was just getting rid of it. I shaved it off, I focused on what was important to me, and that allowed me to move on with my life and forget all about the balding woes. But for some people, just realizing that at any point they can pick up that razor and they can shave it off, it makes them realize that actually, you know what, I do have control of this hair loss situation, and at any point I can be the one who decides, you know what, I'm not having this anymore. I'm just going to shave it off and I'm just going to get on with it. Again, if you go down the route of looking at all these different remedies, how you can grow that hair back, okay, try and fight this balding, which is a completely natural thing, a completely normal thing. And it's something that we know there isn't a 100% cure for. If you get all wrapped up in that stuff, you're still going to be in that area of not having full control of the situation. You see, when you choose to shave it off, or when you decide in yourself you haven't done it yet, but you know that at some point when you say enough's enough, when you say enough is enough, you can pick up that razor and shave it, you have full control. And so if you're in that situation where, you know, your hair is just started to fall out, you're not sure what to do with it, you think, oh, it's kind of too early to shave it off, well, you can be safe in the knowledge that actually you can take that leap, you can go for it at any point. So I hope that just knowing that at any point you can go for it, it's going to allow you to worry less and deal with that balding and hair loss situation a lot more calmly, a lot easier, and get to that point where you too are 100% happy with yourself, with the situation, and whatever look you go for, you are owning it. Guys, I want to thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it helped. And I also want to give a huge shout out to Campbell for allowing me to share that little piece of our conversation there for the benefit of other people in a similar situation to himself. Guys, once again, thanks for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.